Today on The Real.
On Girl Chat, the different colors of Santa.
That's a light-skinned black Santa. You want a black Santa, get Wesley Snipes and Tyrese.
And should the draft be open to women?
Oh, actually you would. I'm a sniper. You don't even know it. Then he's the man we've been waiting to see all year long.
No, it's not Santa.
It's Lee Daniels. Plus, our holiday giveaways are off the hook. Guess what, folks? An early present. And tips to beat that holiday hangover. This myth is cracked.
The Real.
Who's ready for some girl chat?
Yes!
Me too. It's going to be a fun one. And
Yeah.
joining us again and all this week is our very special guest co-host, Miss Evelyn Lozada.
Yes!
Evelyn, are you ready for some girl chat?
I am ready for some girl chat.
Yes!
Always
Here we go.
ready.
All right. So, Miss Evelyn, with the holidays coming up, what are your plans this season?
So for Christmas, we usually, we have two, blended families. So for Christmas, we'll be in my home. But for New Year's, we're going to be going to Houston, Texas.
Oh, nice.
Yes. And
When you say you're home, where?
home
what
is
state?
Arizona. I know
Okay.
it's super quiet and relaxing, but yes, we're gonna go to Houston for New Year's because they do fireworks and it's like this whole big
Oh,
thing.
nice.
Wow.
And I want my son to experience that, so I feel like he needs to be connected.
Is that
to
where
the
your
home.
man is
that.
from?
My man is of Houston, Texas. Man.
Oh, there we go.
cool.
I didn't know. That is awesome.
That's great. I can't wait. I love Houston because, I went to school in Prairie View, so Houston is always, they always down.
What's up, Houston?
That's where Mama Mai lives, too.
Well, speaking of the holidays, one tradition for many families is taking their child to see Santa Claus. And guess what? There's a new Santa at the Mall of America this year, and he's black.
Woo!
According
Yes,
to
he
USA
is.
Today, Larry Jefferson, a retired U.S. Army veteran, has been hired to play Santa at the biggest mall in America. Now, Larry says, it's no big deal. I'm still Santa. I just happen to be a Santa of color. However, not everyone seems to be a fan. One Minnesota newspaper, the Minneapolis Star-Tribune, was forced to close the comment section of an article due to racist comments. Now, there's also an online movement to boycott the Mall of America due to their choice of Santa this season. Now, before we go any further, I need for all my viewers, if you have small children in the room, please take them out of the room. I'm going to give you some time. I'll give you 3 seconds. Get the babies out the room.
Yes.
2, 1.
Okay, we good? We good. Okay?
Earmuffs, people, earmuffs. Come on.
Yeah.
I just
This
want
is
to say,
ridiculous.
first of all, Santa is not real, okay?
Guys, and even if he was real, why can't he be real for you, for whatever that is to you, whatever that means to you? Why does he only have to come in one color?
No, it's not even about time. It's been needed that we see all races represented.
I think
Where's
that's
my
right.
Asian Santa, my Indian Santa?
It's just like when you look at brands, when you look at commercials, when you look at this show, somebody out there needs to see that any race, any sexual orientation, any person can make it. So that right there, Santa to me represents the coolest dad ever. Yo, he takes care of his kids, he makes sure they're happy, he knows what they want, and he also guides them to be their very best. That is any dad in any race.
Exactly. I grew up with a black Santa my whole life. My Papa Joe dresses up as Santa.
Santa every year. So this is what I've seen.
Yeah.
He's very.
Boom! And there he is. That's the Santa I'm used to. Papa Joe, you're an awesome Santa. The kids love him. And again, like you said, it's not so much the physical of Santa. Yes, it's a costume, but it's what he stands for.
Yes.
It's the idea of, being not naughty, but being nice. It's about doing the right things, being generous, giving back, like hope, and just the whole magic of Santa Claus. It's not about a race thing.
Yes,
No.
and I think we as a country are moving progressively forward.
Yes.
And because of that, there might be that one small group that just doesn't want to let go. They want to still hold on to those, negative, racist thoughts. So, guys, you gotta let it go.
Yeah.
It's time to let it go. Let it go and embrace.
My son just went to, he actually went to visit Santa yesterday. And and he was the white Santa, but I will say this, obviously if he was a black Santa, I mean, he doesn't know color. And I really think that this is really about the parents.
That's a good point.
That
Not about the kids.
Teaching their kids about color. Because I think even a few years from now, like he will never know color.
Yes.
I would never teach him that in our home. So
you guys look at even Barbie. Yo, I had white Barbies when I was growing up because that was who Barbie was. But for a while, I really did think that lighter skin, that build was the only type of beautiful there is
Big
out
boobs.
there. Well, guess what? Thank you, Mattel, for recognizing that Barbie is beautiful in all different colors, sizes, and race.
Yeah.
And then it
Then
kicks off
they introduced Teresa with the Spanish Barbie.
Yes.
Did they had an Asian Barbie?
Not until like I grew
been a
up.
while.
And look at American Girl dolls. Thank
Yeah.
God for American
Yes.
Girl dolls.
Yes.
with
So
girls
many
that are coming
different
from
shapes,
story-
colors, yes.
So how is this the changing
But you
time
know
that we
what,
need to get
though?
Santa?
Look, that ain't even that's a light-skinned black Santa. You want a black Santa, get Wesley Snipes or Tyrese. That's black.
But I think what you were saying, Lonnie, I think what you were saying is, spoiler alert again, kids are around. Santa isn't really real, so why are we taking this so seriously? If I want my Santa to be blue, I think he should be blue.
Yes, right?
Yes.
I'm not there actually really is a Smurf Santa. I'm just
See?
putting it out there.
It
I know there
exists.
is.
There was freaking Kermit the Frog has been Santa. I don't see anybody being like, that is not the real Santa.
I
This is the
know.
way it should be.
And Mickey
Relax,
Mouse has been
people.
Santa too.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We could even have an Asian Santa. Well, you have to eat a little bit more, but we could have an Asian Santa.
Yeah, we could. But you guys, I love the tradition of going to see Santa. Did any of you guys grow up seeing
Yes.
Santa?
Oh,
Ever
yes.
since
That
I was a
line
little
was
girl.
never too long.
Oh, the line was super duper long. And growing up in New York City, see, that's me and Claude.
Oh my God, Adrian.
Yes, I went to go see Santa every year at Macy's in New York City. My mom thought she was being real shishi-foo-foo because it was like a big deal. Like she would dress us all up.
really
Guys,
cute.
we are 3 years apart. Why are we not 3 minutes apart? We are just like twins. Why?
Because that's what mamas do.
Yeah, it was
with
easier.
daughters.
It was easier. You just buy
Why is it
the
your-
same outfit.
And guys, I haven't stopped. I still go and visit Santa. This is me last
love
year at
that.
the Grove with Julissa.
Oh, that is awesome.
We still like to go tell Santa what we
And
like.
people need to know that, we say that he's not real, but
Yes.
he is based on a character.
That is true. Yes.
And that character was Saint
Nick.
Nicholas,
Yes.
who's said to have been born during the 3rd century in the southern coast of Turkey. He was born to very wealthy ethnic black Indo-Europeans, Antonians, I think that's what they call them.
Antonians, yeah.
Of the ancient Roman Empire. So he might be black.
In real life. Factually,
Just saying.
he might be black.
It's based on a black character, I would say that, But then the Coca-Cola company helped popularize the current image of the white
That's
Santa that you
awesome.
see. In 1931, they began placing ads in magazines that showed what they felt was a realistic and symbolic Santa, which was
Whatever
the jolly white man and
that means.
things like that.
Thank you
So,
to the brands who recognize that times have changed. Brands start to reflect this. Oh my God.
reflect the people that you're trying to reach, too.
There's nowhere you're going in
And there's a little bit
America
of
where it's
everything.
one race.
Yeah. And you know what? They rotate the Santas. That's all you got to do. You gonna have a Hector Santa, a Larry Santa, a
New
Paul
Inn
Santa,
Santa.
a New Inn
right.
Santa. We're gonna have all types of Santas, so get used to it.
Hey.
Rachel.
Keep it up, Mall of America. Now, from Santa to serving, women in this country have always fought hard to have equal rights, from the right to vote to equal pay to the right to serve in the military. And when it comes to the U.S. military, the White House is taking equality one step further. President Obama recently said he supported opening the draft to women. Congress would still have to vote for this to happen, but there currently doesn't seem to be a rush to do so. So this is really interesting because I really wanted to understand, what being drafted meant. Because, obviously we kind of get out of college and we just don't think about that. We start moving into the decisions.
It hasn't really happened in our time.
Yes.
Right. I am pleased because, first of all, as we are constantly talking about how much equality we need between genders, we have to applaud those movements that the White House makes to support that. At the same time, I wonder, for women, if all women would be pleased to know that at any time, if they call upon you,
I don't want to go.
that there are women that don't want to go.
You don't worry. You passed the age, so you don't have to.
But it is good to know. So let's get the facts out. How old?
You have to be 18 years old.
Yes.
And in Israel, when you're 18, everybody.
Yeah.
I know, but then
serve.
now I'm
So
thinking
even
of
if you
my
have
daughter.
children.
Yeah.
Even if you have children.
That's what I'm saying.
But see,
That's scary.
the thing is about the draft is that, if you have a condition, you don't serve. Just like if you're a man, if a man is sick, you have to take a physical, you have to pass. So like if you're a woman and you're pregnant or something like that, you wouldn't serve.
My mom and dad were in the Army, so that is something, even though obviously they weren't drafted, but that is something that as a child I was always afraid of. I was always afraid that they could go at any time somewhere to fight. So I'm saying, as a mother, I've already got to think of my son, if that happens, and now I got to think of my daughter as well. However, if that is something that they want to do, of course I'm going to support them. But it's still not going to make that easy for me as their mom.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's a natural reaction.
Yeah.
Put
That's me
yourself in
being
that
honest.
position.
Yeah.
So if you got called upon, you guys, I get freaked out if I get called upon for jury duty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm such a chicken. I would
That
not.
is so real.
No,
That's
I
what
would
I'm saying.
not. I'm like, why me? So
Yeah, but you can't have gender equality. And
I know,
you
that's
can't,
what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Now, obviously, people's concerns are that women would be going to the front lines right along with men fighting exactly the same way. Now, a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, like that sounds terrible. I applaud this, you guys. I know that sounds, some people may be like, why? Again, if you're going to go for gender equality and say that we want to be equal, you have to do it across the board.
I agree with that.
You have to graciously.
Now, last week on Girl Chat, we discussed the controversial Dakota Access Pipeline, which has been heavily opposed and protested by many, including the Standing Rock Sioux tribe, who felt the pipeline infringed on their land and could possibly pollute their water. Well, you guys, it was announced this past Sunday that the Obama administration has decided to halt construction on the pipeline. Instead, opting to conduct an environmental impact statement that will explore alternative routes. So, you guys, it seems like the protesters' voices were heard.
Yes, for a
all they
change.
wanted.
I mean, just reading the article, I read an article in the Huffington Post about this, and I literally got emotional.
Yes.
I got emotional because with everything negative that we're hearing, and so many people fighting, and we constantly hearing bad things in the news, it was great to finally hear that the people's voices were heard.
Yes. We've been needing this.
It's refreshing.
It is.
Well, I hate to be Debbie Downer.
I know, there is a
That's
lot.
something to
Okay,
say,
the fight is won, but the war is not over.
Because the oil company is at the courthouse right now trying to fight this.
Yes.
They spent $3.7 billion.
Okay,
I
guys,
know.
money
They're going to build
everything.
that. They're going to build
Yeah,
it,
but-
sweetie.
You know, health is wealth, literally.
I understand that. What I'm
So-
talking about is about business. And
'cause they don't have to live there.
They don't have to live there. No, I'm agreeing with you. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong.
Yeah.
I don't think that they should build it. I just think this is just halting for this holidays. And come January, we're going to be right back here talking about this. You mark my word. I don't
be
want
right
to
there
see
with
that.
them.
focus
I will
on
be
the
right
small
there with them.
victories.
Yes, let's focus on
on the
that.
small
please.
victory.
We need to focus on what's going to happen after.
that
That's
is
the
true.
problem. We sit here and we wait to the last minute to start doing things when we need to work on it now. They need to make some decisions. You need to stay on these people
Stay on
and
it.
get on this new administration that's coming in to make sure that they actually keep their word.
Okay,
because
that-
he's got investments in this.
That I can jump on, Lonnie, because I will say
That's-
this. I truly believe that it wasn't just the protesting from the Native Americans that made their voices heard. It was the national support of every person who also wasn't Native American standing up to
Yes.
speak up for them. I am ready and anxious to see all races, white, Asian, Hispanic, everybody, stand up for Black Lives Matter. Stand up for Native Americans. We gotta support each other.
I am very excited about our next guest. He is a writer, director, and producer. You've seen his work in award-winning films like Precious, The Butler, and Monsters Ball. His TV show Empire is not only a hit, it's a phenomenon. And next week, you can see the premiere of his latest show, Star. Please give it up for Oscar nominee Lee Daniels.
For Tots Drive. Thank you for giving us a toy.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
And I tell you something, I feel like I know you. Because I watched the show and I feel like I know you.
Oh,
I know her, but I feel like I know you.
That is
All
Well,
y'all.
welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so earlier we were talking about the Mall of America having their first Black Santa.
Yeah.
And some people really didn't like that. What are your thoughts on that?
I was trying to figure that out because my kids just laugh. You know, they're 21. One dad was white, one dad was black. And so the concept of race is incomprehensible to them. So they were just like, they're laughing at the idiots that they're making a big deal about it. Because they don't understand it. They don't get it. They're trying to figure it, they're trying to process it because they're like, huh? You know, it doesn't really matter. I think that I wouldn't be where I was if I embraced racism. If I embraced it, then it became real. And if it became real, I would be an angry black man. And I wouldn't be able to do, so I've just been in denial about it. Like, okay, you want to be, I'm doing my thing anyway, bye. Just like, you know, I really can't. I really. You know what I mean?
The way you think. The way you think is definitely on point. Now, another thing that you think is following your intuition is a really big deal for you.
It is.
So tell us a story where that actually came in handy. Following your intuition.
Intuition. Intuition was to listen to Taraji's advice and to hire Terrence Howard because
That's a big one.
Well, not only did she pitch him to me, she was auditioning. And as she was auditioning, she was like, but I want Terrence Howard to play the role. We were talking to somebody else. And I was like, you ain't got the job yet.
That's real.
How you? And then I said, this is what Cookie would say. I think she got the job, and I think I'm going to hire Terrence.
Wow, that's awesome. As a director, you have created so many great moments out of amazing performers. Have you ever tried acting yourself?
What?
Gosh.
Oh, no.
Somebody, I played myself. They talked me. I was writing, you know, because, you know, I write with Empire.
Yeah.
And they talked me into playing myself on Empire. And I was like, huh? I was like, and then so that...
That's got to be easy, right?
No.
I need to see this.
No, it's not. It's the worst. And so so I had a big role, and then when I got to it, it was like became a little tiny role. And then the director said, I'm so busy looking at like the hair on your hair or the color of that boot. And by the time I'm in director's mode. So they said action. I said, huh?
You didn't know your line.
I said, huh? I said, huh? And so it was. I was like this, but Terrence and Taraji and Alicia Keys was in the episode. It just kept moving. I was so surprised that I have a newfound respect. Next time I tell an actor to do something, it was like, okay.
See?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Being on the other side.
It was really crazy. I don't think I want to be on that side.
We all know that you're a huge success now. Did you make any mistakes on your way up to the top?
There are countless mistakes that one makes along the way as people and as certainly as a filmmaker. You know, you don't know. It's trial and error. It's life.
Right.
Can you tell us one? I really just want to know.
One mistake?
One mistake that you recall and maybe how it turned out.
So it was a mistake. I don't know it was a mistake, but I remember screaming at Prince when I was doing Purple Rain. I was like, no, this is, no. You shouldn't cast this. I was casting, you know.
Yeah.
I was fired off that movie. I don't even think I got a credit on that movie. I was fired, but you have to speak your truth.
Yes.
But I learned that in Hollywood, you have to be very careful. It's really careful. And so
Politics.
I learned early on that I don't care.
But I heard that Prince hired you back.
Often.
Really?
He knew he was going to get the truth.
Yeah, see? Sometimes that's what you need.
Exactly.
And something that you do is the truth. You've gone out of your way to make sure people could break into the movie industry, and you have a school. Tell us about it.
I do. David O. Russell and I created a school. There weren't any mentors for me when I was growing up. I didn't know that you could direct. I didn't know that people of color did that. And so when I did my first movie, Monsters Ball, I called this
Amazing.
I called this guy, and Joe Hall, who was creating this school, and I said, what can I do to give back? This is not my gift. God did not give this to me. He gave me to the universe. I am a vessel.
Wow.
And so I get more pleasure from teaching than I do directing.
Really?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because you're giving back.
Yeah.
You know
Because
what?
it's not mine. This is not mine. People think it's theirs. Oh, I created that. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you did not.
Okay, so I'm dying to talk about this. You have a new show on Fox called Star.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Star.
Hey!
Star. You know, when I was 16, I stole my mother's Eldorado and from Philly. And I drove to New York to see the original production of Dreamgirls. And I got tingles. And it was the reason why I got into this business.
Wow.
And so it's sort of, and then I remembered that movie Sparkle. And I remember like being fascinated by the evolution of a girls group and why it is that there aren't any, or if there's one, I think they have been told, but they implode, and to explore that, and to explore, but I also felt that the country, because this was before our president-elect was in, I thought that we were at civil war. Black boys were being shot, and I didn't understand what was going on, so I wanted to address, as I do with most of my work, politics of what's going on right now in America.
Right.
So we explore the excitement and the glamour of, the evolution of a girls group, weaved in with a little bit of like what's happening now on the streets. So Empire is about success, and it's like sort of dynasty. This is sort of like good times, except they're girls, and are they going to be famous?
Wow.
And our lead girl's white. And I really
Why
wanted
was
to.
that important to have her?
Well, I don't know whether she's white. I mean, excuse me, she is white, but I don't know whether she's our lead girl. But it's in the beginning, it's told through a white girl's perspective because I felt that the country, instinctively, I thought needed to heal. And I think that this white girl is so fabulous that black people will embrace her. And white people will embrace her. And she has a half-black sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting story.
And we delve into the atrocities of the foster care system. They've been separated at birth. And they've been separated when they were 5. And then the third girl is from the Upper West Side. Is a very bougie black. Y'all.
Now, everyone loves a good turn-up, especially us. Especially during the holidays. But it can lead to a nasty hangover that is anything but jolly. Ugh, nobody wants that. While some hangover cures work, some are just myths that need to be shattered. That's where we come in. Get ready to crack that hangover.
All right, I'll go first. A lot of people abide by the rule beer before liquor, never sicker, thinking that the order in which you consume liquor will determine whether or not you have a hangover.
I thought this.
Me too. But guys, this is not true.
What?
The order of your drinks has nothing to do with whether or not you will have a hangover.
Wow.
Some people even think it's better to drink wine than beer, me, but red wine can actually trigger headaches in some people. So the solution is simple. Drink in moderation and know your limits. This myth is cracked.
She sure cracked that myth. You could have just told me. Sorry. Now I've got a good one. Jeez. Many people think that hurts.
It did? I'm sorry.
It didn't.
Okay.
Many people think having a Bloody Mary or mimosa in the morning will help ease your hangover. But hair of the dog is just a myth. Doing that just prolongs the inevitable and pushes the hangover symptoms to later in the day.
Oh, no.
You guys, after a hangover, your body needs to recover. When you add more toxic alcohol to your system, you're not giving your body a chance to fix itself. Instead, grabs a sports drink that is full of electrolytes, or as Adrian has advised before, Pedialyte to help you rehydrate. This myth is cracked. I'm sorry, Evelyn. Go.
I apologize now.
It's just a regular Saturday night for me.
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh my God.
I've got a hangover myth I'd like to crack.
Here
A
we
lot
go.
of people believe that after a night of heavy drinking, eating a hearty meal will cancel out their hangover. I thought so.
Yeah.
But this is not true.
What?
It's a myth. Instead, you actually want to eat your meal before you drink because it slows the liquor down from entering your bloodstream. And this can prevent a hangover. So that myth is cracked.
What you gonna do?
You like wine bottles and stuff.
Oh, no.
Okay, you- Oh, it's about to happen. Okay.
Oh, snap.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
girls. How about this one? Drinks with a few calories are a healthier choice. You get your ass over here, okay? So, that's a myth too. Less calories in your drink causes alcohol to saturate your liver faster. Because the more alcohol enters your bloodstream,
Please don't. That's bigger.
have you on a super highway to a hangover.
God.
This is one scenario where you might want to rethink your calorie count. Come on over here, Munchkin. Because this myth, no, I got to see your face. Close your eyes.
Adrian,
Close
you
your
said
eyes.
you would serve on the
This
front line.
myth is cracked.
What was it bad?
It wasn't bad.
No, it's not gonna hurt. No, it was okay. It's
Yeah,
cracked. Let me get that glass out my hair.
She felt mine.
Now, you guys, I've got one that confuses a lot of people. We've all heard that taking acetaminophen, which is found in medicines like Tylenol, before going to bed after a night of drinking can prevent a hangover. Well, that's a myth, you guys. If you take it when you've been drinking, it can be toxic, which can make your liver inflamed and cause permanent damage. So your best bet is actually just sleep it off. But if you are going to take something, you guys, stick with ibuprofen like Advil. Just be sure to take it with food, you guys, so that it's not on an empty stomach. Again, you guys,
Okay, go.
I'm coming like a mad woman. Now you can run!